Hi, guys. Welcome back. It's me, Teacher Gail, with God Heals the Hurt Ministries. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. I want to talk to you a little bit about trying to please people. What do you do when everything you try to do to appease someone fails? It seems as though they they can't stand you or something is going on. Think about it, like when you're on that job and you are putting in 150%. Now, mind you, you are getting more work because you are doing, your work ethic is excellent. You are coming in early, you're staying late, you're learning new positions, you're learning new jobs, you're doing everything you could do to please your boss. But they never tell you that you're doing a good job. They never tell you they appreciate anything that you do. What they do is continue to load more and more on you. What do? You feel as if they hate your guts and you haven't done anything. What do you do when you have those children that you work hard for? You may work 2 or 3 jobs to make sure that you provide for them and give them everything that they need. But instead of them appreciating you, they feel entitled. They feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do as a parent. And then they don't appreciate you. And then some even have the audacity to say, I hate you, when they get angry. What do you do? What do you do, though, when you're in a relationship where you've given this person your all? You have given them everything that you have to give plus. And they walk away from you as if nothing, you didn't put in no time and blood, sweat, and tears to build this relationship. They just walk away. What do you do? Well, if you think about it, turn to God. Do you turn to your friends? Do you turn to your families for help? What do you do? And a lot of times we go and talk to our friends and our family, but they have their issues themselves and they can't help you with your problems because they got their own problems, and half the time they don't want to hear your problems. What do you do? What do you do when you're in a predicament where you feel as if you've done so much wrong in your life that God is not going to forgive you? Because it's just been so much dirt going on that he's allowed you to go through so much pain and suffering, he's not going to be there for you. What do you do? Well, there are some people in the Bible who pretty much felt as if they were in a rock and a hard place too. They didn't know what to do because they wanted so badly, and they tried fervently to please someone, but they failed. If you think about Moses risked his life. Now, mind you, God told him to do it. He risked his life because he was a convicted murderer. The king had pretty much, he was looking for him. He wanted to take him out for murder because he had killed an Egyptian. And so Moses is minding his own business, started a new family, and then here comes God telling him, okay, I need you to go back down to Egypt where they're looking for you, murderer, and free these people, which are your people, from slavery. So he goes down to Egypt, and no matter what Moses did, he could not please those people. So let's go to a couple of other things where these people, a couple of other scriptures where people felt as if they were just hated because they could not please. Let's go first to Genesis chapter 29. And we're going to just go straight to verse 31. And that's the only verse we're going to read. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened up her womb, but Rachel was barren. So just a little background on this. Jacob, which is the grandson of Abraham, had two wives. One, Leah, was a bonus wife given to him without his permission, and Rachel was a wife that he loved. So the bonus wife, Leah, tried so hard to please her husband. She wanted him to love her. She had baby after baby after baby trying to please this man, thinking, like we do today, that if we become a baby mama, that would cause a tie. This man has to stay with me because I have his child. No, it never, ever works out that way. He has a tie with the child. But if he want to leave you, he's in the wind. But now, there are so many men these days that leave you and the child and don't think twice. So please, please, please do not use having a baby as a means to trap a man. It has never ever worked in the past, and it doesn't work now, and will not work in the future. Sometimes you just can't please them in that way. So Leah's here having all these babies trying to please Jacob. And she was never, ever really able to do it. But then the word hated is used. It's a strong word. But I want to show you something. In the Hebrew, I just want to talk about the word hated for just a few seconds. A minute or so. The word hated in the Hebrew is sane. Sane. You will look at it and think it's sane, but it's sane. And the Hebrew language in ancient times consisted of pictures. And they would put pictures together to create words. And so the pictures that was used for the word hate was a thorn and a seed. You see, a thorn is something that irritates, something that people try to avoid because it causes so much pain. A seed is something that needs to be planted. It has to be planted so that it could grow. You put the two together, you have something that is hurtful along with the seed. And it lets you know that something that is hurtful is planted. And because it's planted, it grows more of the same seed. So here with a thorn, pain is planted. And from that, a seed grows. So the word hate actually is used to show us that someone is trying to avoid the pain of being around someone else. Because once you're around that person, the anger, the seed of bitterness and anger rises up in you. So what you want to do is avoid that person so that that seed of bitterness and anger does not rise up in you. So here it says that Leah was hated. Well, she was more than likely avoided because, see, she wasn't the one that Jacob wanted. He didn't want her. She was that bonus thrown in because she was old and the youngest one could not get married before the older one could. So she was just thrown in there as a bonus so that she'll have a husband. Jacob really loved Rachel. And because Leah was being avoided, God opened up her womb and gave her some seed, children that would want her. Children that will love her so that she could have somebody to love and somebody will love her back. Women, your children are given to you so that you could have somebody to love and they could love you back. If you treat them with love, then you receive love. But then what about those times when you treat them with love and then you receive animosity? That happens too. It's human nature. You can give a child your all, your everything, and they still not appreciate you. So here Leah is given children. And when it was all said and done, Leah ends up with 6 boys and a girl for Jacob. But she still could not appease him. Because when Rachel had her first son, Joseph, Jacob showed how much he loved his wife by appreciating and loving her children that he had by her more than he did the other boys. Sometimes it is so hard to please. We have to understand that you can't please people. And then we have to take that energy that we put into pleasing people and try to please God. Because I'm here to tell you, people will take advantage of you. People will take everything that you have to give. People will be in your face smiling one minute after they've taken everything that you have to give and then turn around and stab you in your back. Because that's just what it's like dealing with people. But we serve a God who doesn't need anything that you have to give. We serve a God that is easy to please. So our focus should be turned to pleasing Him.